Calaroga Shark Media.
I have solved the mystery of the sixth sauce. Hi, I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Today's a real episode. It's not filler. There's actually news today. The following is not a commercial. This is just a topic I've been interested in.
Hey world, Jimmy O Yang here. And I'm on Popeyes channel today because I need to clear the air. I once wrote in a famous food magazine that boneless wings are just little white meat lies. But then I had these, and I was wrong. Popeyes boneless wings made me a boneless believer. And I know I wasn't the only one out there who has some strong feelings on boneless wings. So I want to hear what you guys think. Are you a bone-in bro or a boneless believer? Drop a comment below.
And I have discovered what the sixth sauce is. Are you ready? The six sauces are classic. I think that's the one we were missing. Honey lemon pepper, signature hot, honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, and roasted garlic parmesan. Now, I have even better news for you, and this really is not a commercial. This is just somebody putting together a comedy podcast. Tomorrow, July 6th, is National Fried Chicken Day. And per a press release, Popeyes says they're confident that one bite of their new boneless wings, endorsed by Jimmy O Yang, is all it takes to win over skeptics. Popeyes has set out to connect with thousands of users on Twitter who had publicly proclaimed their anti-boneless wing beliefs to offer codes redeemable on the Popeyes website and app for free 6-piece boneless wings with any purchase made on the Popeyes website or app. Now, if you're a true boneless wings believer, you can get some free wings too. That offer a free 6-piece boneless wings with a $10 purchase. That's a lot of money there, Popeyes. How much food do you think I'm eating? Jeff Klein is president of Popeyes North America. Jeff says, when planning our boneless wings launch, we noticed a lot of people have pretty strong opinions about them, and many claim their minds can't be changed. We're here to challenge that. Prove it. We're giving everyone a chance to try them on National Fried Chicken Day. Again, tomorrow, July 6th, is National Fried Chicken Day. In other Jimmy O Yang news, he banned his father from attending his film premieres after dad embarrassed him too much. Jimmy's father was at a premiere, and as Jimmy tells the story, he brought these Ray-Ban glasses. They're like the old Snapchat glasses that you press a button and they record, but then a bright light will shine. So when my scene came on in the movie theater, it was just a bright flashlight on his face. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? And I ripped the glasses off him. I'm like, you're committing a federal crime right now, recording in a movie theater, and like embarrassing me. He's banned. He's done. Jimmy's dad wants to do stand-up. He wants to do stand-up now. I told him, if you want to do stand-up, go and do some open mics. That's how everyone starts. And he's like, no, I do theaters only. From Sportskeeda, we have a little Nikki Glaser controversy. This is fun. On June 30th, Julia Roberts attended Taylor Swift's Dublin concert. There, Julia Roberts meets Travis Kelce. The next day, Nikki Glaser shares a video on her Instagram story where Nikki and her parents discussed the interaction between Julia Roberts and Travis Kelce. In the clip, Nikki's mom can be heard saying of Julia Roberts, "She's so gross." Nikki's father chimes in and says Travis was trying to get away from Julia Roberts, observing that the scratching is weird. You see, Nikki's mom, Julie, pointed out that Julia Roberts resting her hands on Travis Kelce's chest was weird and quipped that it appeared as if the actress was itching the NFL star. Julia and Edward Glaser issued an apology via Nikki Glaser's Instagram post mentioning they wanted to say the interaction was weird and the word gross was mistakenly used. Dave Chappelle will headline a show next week to benefit the campaign of U.S. Senate candidate Hill Harper. July 11th at St. Andrews Hall in downtown Detroit, a fundraiser. Tickets go from $250 for the balcony to $3,300 for those who want to attend a VIP reception. Under federal rules, $3,300 is the maximum donation that one individual can make to a federal candidate per election cycle. I'm seeing mixed reviews on Eddie Murphy's Beverly Hills Cop 4, the proper title of that, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Eddie was out doing some press. He told BET, even in show business, it wasn't like becoming a singer or an actor. When I started, it was like being a magician or a juggler. It was like a fringe vocation, and now it's mainstream. Comedy is big, a giant multi-billion-dollar business. Since it was an interview about comedy, he got asked about cancel culture. Eddie said, I don't think the woke cancel culture has anything to do with whether or not something is funny, and ultimately, comedy is either funny or it's not. And I don't think anyone's going to get canceled because they said something that was funny. Usually the things that people say that ruffle somebody's feathers and start controversial things are really, really not funny. It's like they said something that was edgy and a couple of people might laugh at them, but something that is really funny, it is what it is. No one's canceling funny. You want more. You don't cancel it, you turn it up. Burt Kreischer is taping his next special for Netflix this weekend. He taped one on Wednesday evening. He's taping some more shows this weekend at the Mahaffey Theater in St. Petersburg, Florida. I guess they're capturing, looks like 4 shows total. Watch for the edits when that one comes out. Brad Williams spoke to Forbes about whiskey, and he's just cooler about it than, say, Jim Gaffigan is. Brad Williams said, "I love whiskey. I love scotch. I was what I call a frat house drinker. Let's do shots of tequila until I met my wife, and she likes her scotch smoky and peaty. I thought I hated scotch. Turns out I just hated bad scotch. And, shocker, I'm actually part owner of a brewery in San Diego called Thorn Street Brewery. It takes a genius to figure out where it's located." Forbes was curious what his first drink was. Brad said, "The first drink that got me sick was called 99 Bananas. That messed me up because it's like you're drinking candy. That was in college. I woke up in a bathtub. Thankfully, no water. Also, as a dwarf, I could spread out in the bathtub." Random question, ever share a drink with one of your idols? Fortunately, he had an answer. "I'm a lifelong and diehard Denver Broncos fan. The John Elway car dealerships were having a Christmas party and asked if I wanted to perform. I go, I'm there. And at the end of the show, John Elway starts the standing ovation. He was nice to me before, but after he saw me perform, and now he really wanted to hang out with me, and we hung out. Then he goes, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to come to the game?" My wife was 8.5 months pregnant, but thankfully my wife is an amazing woman who just said, "That's your hero." So I went to the game and I watched the Broncos with John Elway. How about comedy idols? Brad Williams says, "One of the coolest nights of my life. I didn't have a drink with him because he was sober, but this was how I got maybe the nicest compliment I've ever got in my life. I did a set at a small club in Northern California. I go backstage and Robin Williams bursts through the green room door and goes right for me and says, 'Oh my God, Mr. Williams.'" Both Williams. A little confusing, I get it. "You're like Prozac with a head. That's going on my gravestone." The next night, he's doing a show at the same theater because he lives up there, and that's where he'd go work stuff out. And after the show, I go back to the green room, and there's Robin Williams, Dana Carvey, me, Mort Saul, all talking comedy. It was the greatest night ever. So I have been underselling this Alex Bennett interview that I have scheduled for tomorrow. On Tuesday night, I cleaned up the edit, and I was like, oh, this is really good. So I hope you enjoy my conversation with Alex Bennett. That's the Saturday interview. Sunday is a normal episode. Glenn Howerton, you know him from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's got a new role in Netflix's show Sirens. He will play Ethan Corbin II. Also on this Sirens show is Kevin Bacon. Sirens takes place over a single weekend set at a fancified beach estate. Ethan Corbin II is described as a dear friend and next-door neighbor of the lead family who has spent his life as a roaming bachelor, steadily burning through his trust fund. As a yacht club regular, yeah, I can see Glenn in that role for sure. The Hollywood Reporter did their comedy roundtable. Jenny Slate said, "I could never audition for the comedy festivals or whatever because they're like, bring 5 minutes." And it would just be like, I don't have that for you. It's just not what I'm like. I'm a long-distance runner on this one. Jacqueline Novak said, maybe that's why I didn't internalize my comedy cellar opportunity, because when you guys talk about giving 15 minutes that you know works, I'm like, tell me about that 15 minutes. I'm like 46 to lure them in, 47th minute, you got them, boom. Jenny said, the people I've done comedy with for years will be like, no, Jenny, you can do 15 minutes. You just don't. And it's like, yeah, but it feels like if I do this one bit, then I'm not going to be able to go to sleep for 3 days unless I do that one bit. But if I do that one, then I have to do the other one. So I don't know. Maybe I have OCD. And that is your comedy news for today. Go have some wings, will you? See you tomorrow.